everyone, thanks for coming to my channel. I thought today would be a fun time to introduce you guys to my co-host Pluto. He'll be in a lot of my videos because he follows me like a shadow, and I thought it would be fun to do like a little meet my pet tag, but more so meet my co-host. I do have another animal. Her name is Nebula. She's a cat. She's a long-haired cat. She'll be in every so often, but I don't think she'll be in as regularly as this one here. So I have a notebook here with some questions, so if I'm looking down, that's why. But he's pretty calm right now, so I thought this was a good time to film this. So what's his name? His name is Pluto. He is over here just chilling. I'll zoom out a little bit so you guys can still see us. Maybe. Pluto. Okay, well that's probably as best as I'm gonna get when he's relaxing. He is, what kind of breed is he? He's a mutt. I adopted him from a shelter and they told me that he was German Shepard mix. Took him to the vet told me that he was Blue Heeler mix. I'd love to do an animal test on him and find out what his real breed is, but I think he's probably part pointer, part Blue Heeler. Maybe tiny bit of German Shepherd just from his face, but that's about it. Where did I get him? I got him from the ARL, or Animal Rescue League of Iowa. It's an animal shelter in Iowa. Got him. A quirky personality trait. He's just kind of a quirky dog. There's not really a particular trait I would say is quirky. I would just say him and himself is quirky. So, yeah, I can't think of one specific trait off the top of my head. Relationship meaning. So my cat, Nebula, and she's sitting on the other side of the camera here, is an ESA. And I adopted Pluto as an ESA himself. I wanted to train him to become a support animal, but it didn't work out that way. I ended up kind of being a support human to him. But I originally adopted him as a suggestion from my doctor. I was severely depressed and I would go days without getting out of my apartment, and having a dog forced me to get out of my apartment. Take him on walks, take him potty even, just like small doses of vitamin D. So that's kind of where it started. Was I got him as an ESA, emotional support animal, and he has become like our best friend. He's very sweet. He's a lover. Very relaxed sometimes, not always, but yeah. Nicknames. He has a lot of nicknames. When I first adopted him, his name was Billy. That was not going to work for me. Obviously my cat's name's Nebula. I got her first, and this is Pluto because I like space, so that's where that name came from. But Pluto, Plutonium, Bubba Gump. When I first adopted him, I called him Bubba Gump so much I was afraid Pluto wouldn't stick. I don't know why, but I called him Bubba Gump all the time. We call him Tomas sometimes. It's just kind of a fun name. Plupo, Poopo, Poop Boy, Poo Boy, Poo Master. Are you Poo Master? Yeah. I'm trying to think of all your names. Scoob. Call him Scoob a lot too. He's our little Scooby-Doo. Yep. He has a lot of nicknames. I feel like there's a nickname for every personality he has. So, how long have I had him? I adopted him in January of 2020, right before the pandemic started. So a couple years. He was 1 when I adopted him, and so he would be 3 now. A little over 3. Does he know any tricks? I'll try and show those at the end. I don't know if he'll cooperate, but yes, he does. He knows. Kennel, sit, lay down, up, paw, other paw, shake, roll over. He knows like the general ones. Sometimes he will respond to stay, not always. He's very treat motivated. I don't know if he'll do the tricks for me though. Sometimes he will, sometimes he won't. Sometimes the treat is just like so exciting that he won't do it for me. So it just depends on the mood. Favorite toy? I would have to say, and I'm staring at it, it's a celery stick looking toy. It's a like foamy type material. I got it from Menards. It's the second one that we've purchased. It's the most durable toy I think he owns. It's a good chew toy, and so it's also good for cleaning his teeth. He also does like stuffies, but he tears them apart like within seconds unless I buy a bunch at once, and then they'll last for a few months. So, and then he likes rope toys. But I would definitely say celery is our favorite, or I guess I'm looking at two right now. There's two on the floor. There's a celery stick and then there's a pumpkin stuffy, and we have had that pumpkin stuffy since 2020, so maybe that one. Does he destroy anything? So yes. When I first got him in 2020, he was like an escape artist. We did call him Houdini for a while. So I had an old kennel. Well, he had a different kennel when I first got him from Chewy. It was super aesthetic looking. It was supposed to be a side table. It was kind of like plastic wood looking stuff. He ate the door off when I was gone. He had also gotten out while I was at work when I worked overnights and gone up to my bedroom and had puppy poos, and like it went through my mattress, so I couldn't keep the mattress. Here in this apartment, we used to kennel him in a bedroom, and he tipped over the kennel and ripped a hole through the carpet down to the cement, and we had to patch that. He doesn't do any of that anymore. He does strictly stick to stuffies now, which is, I'm so thankful for. We don't have that problem anymore. But it was like an anxiety thing when we first got him, and like we're still learning crate training. How does he react to intruders? It depends. So our bedroom has like glass windows because it exits into our parking lot, and he will bark at anyone and everyone who walks by no matter what, and then he'll chase them out to our living room and bark at them through the living room window, no matter who you are, no matter how many times he's seen you. He'll initially bark at anyone who comes into our apartment except for us, or like people who come often and bring him potty, because like my brother will come and bring him potty, and he's totally fine with my brother and my sister-in-law. And he's okay with my parents too, totally fine with them. But like friends, he'll bark at them and they'll be like, oh, okay, mom and dad are cool with them. Delivery drivers are hit or miss. He sometimes likes them, sometimes hates them. I think if someone were to break into our apartment ever and he was like free roaming, I think it would end badly for the intruder. Let's just say that. He's very protective. Favorite treat is definitely a bully stick. He did have a bully stick earlier today. I think that's why he's so chill right now. He loves bully sticks. Can he swim? No. He does not like water. He will take a bath. He will drink water. He will not get in water that touches his belly. So we've tried multiple times to get him into lakes, to get him into ponds, to get him into pools. Will not do it. Does not like water. Yeah. Do I crate him? Not anymore. I did initially, and he knows how to crate, and like we leave his kennel open. He uses it as a safe place now when he's like stressed out. The only time that he is kenneled is if he has like diarrhea or sick and we have to go somewhere, and we'll only be gone for like 20 minutes. We don't go anywhere for long periods of time if he's sick, and it's just really to manage the sick around the apartment since we have carpet. He does not free roam, so he is somewhat kenneled, but he's like kenneled in our bedroom, and he just sleeps on the bed the whole time. What is a negative? So when I first adopted him, he was like a super friendly dog, and he was just like so social. Loved everyone, loved other dogs, loved other people, loved kids, like everyone and everything was a new best friend. In October of 2020, I took him to a dog park here locally, and he was bitten by another dog. The owner of the other dog just kept telling me that they were playing. I knew they weren't. I asked her to call her dog because he wasn't responding to me. He wasn't recalling. Her dog stopped listening to her as well, and his teeth were bared. Her dog's teeth were bared. Her dog was biting my dog. Got a hold of his neck. This is a bad situation. I went in and I got in between them. I know in real situations you're supposed to pull on hind legs, but it was just like I panicked. Got in between them. I myself got bit. Pluto got pretty banged up. He had an eye infection. He had infections on all of his bite marks. The owner left without giving me any details on her dog. I don't know if they were vaccinated or anything. And after that, he is not friendly. He is not dog friendly. Hates other dogs. He can't even stand to see them. Especially if he's with me. He's like very, very protective of me. Not as friendly towards people. It takes a lot. We have to like warm him up. So I would definitely say that's the negative, is that like feeling like I failed him in that way, and that like it takes a lot for us to feel comfortable letting him around people and other dogs, and just it's stressful. It has become very stressful. It didn't used to be, and now it is. Does he sleep in bed with me? 100% yes. Every day. I know that they say he's not supposed to, but he does. Usually sleeps at the foot of the bed, and he'll sleep in between like my legs or Colton's legs. But he does wedge his way up onto the side of the bed, and he'll like to be spooned, or he'll wedge in between us sometimes, or even sleep on top of my pillow, just kind of depending on his mood. What does your pet love most? Or who does your pet love most? Depends on who you ask. I would say he loves my boyfriend more than he loves me. My boyfriend would say he loves me more than he loves him. When I come home, he's so hyper. And I guess when I'm gone, he pouts. And he's still hyper when I'm home and my boyfriend's gone, but he does like look for my boyfriend. So I think he has an attachment to both of us. He really enjoys us. Does he have a four-legged BFF? I would have to probably say my cat, because he doesn't really like animals. Or before he was bitten, I would say this pit bull. Her name was Jules. My neighbor had her, and they were like best friends before we moved. But other than that, I would probably say Neb. And Neb would not agree. Do I dress him up? Obviously, that answer is yes. For Halloween last year, he was Cosmo from Cosmo and Wanda in Fairly Odd Parents. This year, he's going to be a rainbow, I think. My mom got him a rainbow costume. But he's wearing a Boo sweater right now because he just will scratch himself raw. Or lick himself raw even. So we just put a sweater on him or a shirt. He has some summer shirts, but our apartment's kind of chilly, and this one is loose and light, so we like it. If you got another pet, what would it be? Another cat. Does that upset you? I would probably get another cat. I'm a cat person. I love Pluto, don't get me wrong, but I am a cat person. But if I had to get another dog, I would get, I've always wanted a pit bull, or I grew up with a lab. I think labs are great dogs. Otherwise, I think I'd want a little dog, not like a wiener, but like, I don't know what they're called. They're like a mix between like a Doberman and a wiener. I love those dogs too. I think they're really sweet and small and cute. But he's just like, I wouldn't get another animal where we live. We live in an apartment. It's not logical. There's enough space for what we have. We won't get any more animals until we get a house. The only other animals I want is I want a farm. So I love goats, fainting goats, chickens, lots of chickens, like ducks. I think you'd like ducks. Do you think you'd like ducks? You want a duck? Hey, Pluto, you want ducks? You want to eat ducks? Like chickens and pigs. Yeah? Are those good things? Yeah. I want farm animals, but that's about it. I thought he'd be a little bit more lively. Last time he was too lively, and this time he's just sleeping. So I'm going to see if I can't get my other co-host, my editor, Colton, my boyfriend, to come and do tricks with us. You want to do some tricks? You want to do some tricks? But yes, this is your co-host Pluto. I film in this chair quite often, and this is actually Pluto's chair. My chair is actually a rocking chair, but it's just not a good film chair. It's not big enough, and the background of it isn't what I wanted. So this is the film chair, and it is his. So that's why he'll probably be in most videos. Okay, let's go get Daddy. Go get Daddy. Okay. Lay down. No. No. Pluto. Down. Roll over. Good boy. Sit. 1. Shake. Good. Other paw. Good. You don't want to do it for the camera. You turn too far. Over here. Sit. Paw. Okay. There's 1. Good boy. Can I get a shake? Shake. Other paw. Good. Good. No. Other paw. Other paw. Come on. High five.
He wants you to switch hands.
Oh, wants me to switch hands. High five. High five. Good. Up. Good. All the way down. No. He's doing them impromptu. Okay. Kennel up. Kennel up. He's not going to do that one.
No.
He's like, you got treats. Why would I kennel? I'm doing a good boy. Can you kennel? Can you kennel? Yeah, kennel. Okay, come out. There you go. Good boy. And those are the tricks that he currently knows. And he will only do most of them for treats. Okay.